Howdy. Hope you all are doing well, having a good night. Let's see. I need oak logs. Nails. I'm just gonna bring out bronze nails. Hammer and a chisel. Wait, where's my chisel? Chisel. I'll need to go get a thing of wool, which I'll have to get my shears out. I don't have ice gloves, so... Oh, I need the wool here. Wait, it says... 2 oak logs, 5 nails, hammer. Oh, some wool. Okay. Let's just go grab that real quick. So, I've completed a few quests. By a few, I mean, we've got 35 completed now. I did Grand Tree, Lost City, you know, some of the early, like, really easy early ones. So right now, stats are looking sort of nice. I actually just got 60 magic, which is really good for something that I desperately need. Let's go this way. I can either go to the North Pen, or I can go to the West Pen. I know how to get into the West Pen, so I'm just going to do that. It's also a bit closer, I think. Only a little bit, though. Because the North Pen's right over past that. So I'm aiming to get 40 defense. We'll see how that goes. So yeah, I'm going for that. I'm going for strength levels. I'll be starting up doing more Slayer after. I want to do this, and then I want to go to Varrock and do the... God, what's it called? The like, museum stuff. Pretty much going to do that. Going to do this, that, Knight's Sword is my next quest to tackle. Might do something like fishing contest, because I do plan on doing all quests. Because, I mean, that's honestly your easiest output for experience and unlockables. And in the meanwhile, I've been doing woodcut on the main. Trying to get 99 woodcutting. So I'm like cutting ironwoods pretty much. Okay. Now just gotta fix the grindstone. Yep. Then we gotta fix the trip hammer. Yeah, this will be a nice chunk of smithing experience that it should get me up to 35, 36 maybe. Okay. Then he's going to talk about getting the stuff from the crate over here. I will need a bucket. I'll just deposit. Okay. Yeah. Once I get ice gloves, I'll hop over here and just like be doing that. Yes. Thank you. Put the iron things in. And then we'll add these. All of them. All of them. Add that. And add this one. Oh yeah, I have to talk to Kovac and make it a flat rod. Yep. Set it up. And what? Yeah, I'll probably be doing a lot of this because it is pretty good for smithing. Let me go and use this on the waterfall. Get water. Yeah, alright. You gotta free your hands, pick it up. Bang. This is a nice tutorial for it, I guess. Bing. Yeah, we're gonna have to... We do this, then we cool it down to yellow. Yeah, we have to get it all the way down here so we can... Yeah. So, yeah, we end up... The combination of doing this and Knight's Sword will get us quite a few levels in smithing. Which, in my opinion, smithing's a little bit of a pain point. Just because of how... It's... Smithing's not a good spot. I'm gonna be real. Oh, and a thing I didn't know, because I didn't really ever do it. So if you mess up on your stuff, right? Let's say I accidentally took it over to the grindstone and did a little damage to it. You can actually repair it when you see the yellow like that. If you click it, you end up getting bonus progress, but you also will repair it a little bit, which I think is kind of cool. But yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot of this. I'm going to be doing a lot of... Yep. Okay. Cool. Oh boy, give that to Obor. Yep. Sweet. 35. Okay, so we're sitting at 35. 10k experience would get me to 39 probably. Which I'm pretty sure Knight's Sword ends up doing. Let me look for it on the list. Yeah. Okay, so I'll need a red berry pie. I can make that. Yeah, 10 cooking to cook one, or 32, and a chef's hat to buy one from the Cook's Guild. Yeah, I'm not going to buy it from the Cook's Guild, but I can make it. We can get most of the stuff from... I just need a pie dish. Where would I get a pie dish? I wish I had... I forget how to get pie dishes. Is it... you craft them? Let me look this up. This is something stupid that, like, I don't ever make pies, so... Apparently there's a spawn in Varrock Palace, but... Yeah, I know the Colonomancer. Yeah, you do it with clay. Okay, so I was right. Alright. Cool. So... Do I have clay? No. I could go mine some clay. That's not really a problem. I will put these back on. And I'll take my chaos runes and air runes. That's gonna be my I should be fine with just 2 jugs of wine. It should be okay. Take money out. Take... I could do... I could minigame teleport with that. Let's go Varrock first. We'll go Varrock first. We'll do quests in that area. And then we'll go from there. Pretty much, building up to where I can do, we'll get like Heroes Quest done. I should be able to do that. It depends. I might be able to do that in a couple days. I also need to do Tourist Trap. That's really good. I think it's agility experience. That would get me to like 40 something agility. Because I think it's like 10k agility. There's not any clay there. I know there's clay up here. I can always use Barbarian Village to fire the there's no clay here. Okay. I should be able to is it in the other mine here? Yeah. So I can always I should have chronicled. I keep forgetting about Chronicle Teleport because I just picked that up today. Oh, I do have Quetzal usage through Varlamar, so that's not going to be a slog. We're going to go do museum. We don't have kudos yet for Bon Voyage, but we can do museum stuff. I probably should go and try to get the artifacts here for the kudos, but we'll see. We'll see. I will talk to the guy up here. See if there's any experience lamps. Observatory. Yep. Cool. Alright, so I have 20 kudos now. I mean, that's at least a start. Oh, I have to complete dig site for that. Alright, we'll go down here. And we'll start doing... Is it here? No, it's here. Sure. The Cowfight Queen. Actually, yeah. That's so cool. Bang. 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 Cool. Okay. Yeah, this will get me to, I believe, 9 Hunter. I think it will get my Slayer up to, like, 16. Actually, it might be 17. Somewhere in that ballpark. Bang, bang, bang. Yeah, apparently there is a... I'll go over here to Skeletal Wyverns. Apparently there's one in the palace. So I will... probably give that a look and try. Oh, okay, it's there. All right, that's not that bad. But that helps start off my hunter. Because I really didn't want to, I think, start off with Crimson Swifts. I think it is. I don't really feel like doing that. I'm gonna also have to farm giant mole. That's gonna be interesting. I haven't done mole since the group iron, I think. Or was it the main? Forget. I did it at one point. I think I have like 200 kills between the two of them. Which isn't, I mean, it's not really a boss all too much. You do have to be careful. Sweet. Goodbye. 16 and 9. Okay. And then down below there is for when I get to the island and can kill, like, ammonite crab. I think it's ammonite crabs, right? Regardless. I can go up here. What quests are available? Garden of Tranquility, not doing. Priest in Peril. I mean, technically, I could do it. Technically, I probably do have, like, if Mauritania docks were available, I'd probably have them all unlocked at this point. And, I mean, who knows when those are going to unlock. I think, I wholeheartedly think that they should be unlockable. Like, I think the rest of this, I understand they want to make it into 2 different updates, and they want to do this as a big update in itself. I would like to know the levels behind these. And I know that they plan on adding more monsters in here and all that kind of stuff. But, like, I think the most fun areas, the quote-unquote untamed ocean, I think the most fun areas are, like, over here for, like, sailing to. Like, I'm totally okay with them, like, having placeholder spots for islands. Like, maybe they could have islands here and stuff like that. I'm totally okay with that. Now I'm totally okay with, like, this area not having, because there's not really anything back this way anyways. So it's fine to have that blocked off for right this second, and you can expand into it later. Same with wilderness. I think that's fine. But I definitely think that Fossil Island and Mauritania should be accessible. Like, right out the gate. Okay, so there's my pie dish. I can either make a larder and get flour that way, but I believe I can just buy flour in Port Sound. Pretty sure. Okay. We'll do Priest in Peril. Bang. I'm going to grab some water. Oh, I got... Oh, it's got that. Right. We're doing Priest in Peril first. Since it's here, since I'm in Varrock already, I may as well do it, you know? If I had law runes, I would be using them, but... Actually, you know what? Let's just go buy them. Let's go get them right now. Screw it. I've run out of energy anyways. This just at least makes my life a little bit more convenient. Okay, take all the money out. And we'll minigame teleport. To fishing trawler. The teleports also will give me, like, passive experience as I go through. Which will be nice. I desperately need... I desperately need to get more magic levels, but that'll come in due time. I think it's funny that Nightmare Zone still exists. Like, I understand that was one of the first updates they ended up doing, and they only had the ability to just, like, kind of, like, slap assets in. I kind of wish they got rid of it, or, like, moved it somewhere. Like, kind of put it in its own instance area or something. I don't know. Alright. We're gonna Wizard's Mind Bomb in here. I'm stupid. I thought it was 63. Well, shit. So I still need 3 more levels. I do have a teleport back. I have 2 different teleports I can use. The first one I'm going to use is to Pandemonium. So I can get this pie. Three more magic levels. That's rough. I mean, like, I'll do it tonight. It's not a big deal. Just annoying, I guess, more than anything. I need red berry, pot. I'm going to world hop for... Wait. I'll just make it over here, and I'll see if it works. Pot of flour for... I believe it's pastry dough. Bang. Use on that. And just hope for the best. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. Well, good thing that I have another pastry dough. I will need another red berry. Has it respawned? I also need to just do something. Just turn that off. Put the giant X on there. I don't care. It's not a big deal. I was getting annoyed with... So my... Okay, cool. If you... if you have Quest Helper open, it kind of smushes some of the UI. It, like, pushes it over. And, yeah. Okay, cool. We're good. I'm going to shift click to use the pie. I'll need to make another red berry pie later. If I when I do the sailing quests. Okay, we'll Chronicle teleport. And we'll go back up this way. I mean, we at least got it. That's at least something. Oh, I'm gonna need 50 pure essence. I don't have any yet. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to end up going in there to mine it after I come back the first time around. I mean, if I have 4, 8, 12, 16, as long as I have 25 spots, so I need all but like these 3 pretty much, so everything here goes into the bank. I'll end up doing that when I go to do it. I'm talking. I could do... You know what's crazy? I heard a bird nest drop. There it is. Like I said, I'm still doing wood cutting and stuff on the main. I heard the bird nest drop and I was like, wait, where? Okay. Whomst are you? Name is Drizzle, blah, blah, blah. Kill the dog. Sure, I'm a helpful person. Okie dokie. I'm totally not stupid or anything. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, wait. I can only attack it with melee, can't I? We'll just bash it. Bash him. Yeah. That's fine. He's only got 44 health. I could put that on. Sure. Help me bop him a little bit better. If I would have thought about it, I would have just brought the rune sword I got. Yeah, I bought a rune sword, not the long sword, but just a rune sword. So I could level up, like, attack a little bit better. It also gives me a stab weapon, which is really nice. So, like, later on I can use that if I don't have, like, a dragon dagger or something. Okay. We tell Drizzle. Bang. Or, oh, we got told, yeah. Hey, that's really great. You should go tell the king. Yeah. I love this quest. This quest is great because it's just like, your character is just some goober adventurer. I should start Rag and Bone Man while I'm here. If I can. Anything I can do to help? Sure. Yep, sure. Now I gotta kill, like, rats and other things and frog and yeah. Yep. Okay. Cool. That's a quest I'll do passively while I'm doing other quests and doing other things like Slayer. Like, example, I run past a bat, I kill the bat, I get the bat bones, and then I just store them for right now. Because I'll need pots, and then I'll need the vinegar solution, which I find in Draenor. I guess I could also end up doing this quest. Probably not right now, but later. Actually, what does a Soul's Bane have for Rex? Is it under S? Yeah, that's weird. No Rex, combat level 30. Like, I could technically do it now. I'm going to just hold a little bit. I kind of hope that I can end up snagging like a Scurious task. Well, a rat task, and then, you know, just go kill Scurious. That would help a lot. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Yep. 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 Okay. So, I will need this bucket, at least for right this second. I don't think I'm going to need the jugs of wine. I'll put the red berry pie and all that stuff up. And I'll probably... I'll keep the Chronicles so I can teleport. I'll switch to my air staff. And then deposit this. That way I can deposit those. No, I still have 20... Wait. Let's put that up for right this second. Let's go and grab... Oh no. We'll pick up the rune pick. I'm not even going to put on the mining outfit right this second. Because it gives, like, no experience. Teleport. Yeah, it's not really a problem to fight. If I remember, the Zamorak mage that's in there is like level 20 or something. 20 or 30. It's not really a big deal. So, not to mention I can always save spot if need be. So, trying to think. Okay, so I could do... I could do normal birdhouses. That's nifty. I probably won't start Hunter for a little bit. I'll try to see how quickly I can get the kudos up. And then after that, we're just going to be doing a metric ton of birdhouses. That would start up my birdhouse runs. Once I get law runes, I can start doing farming runs. Even if they're, like, small, you know, low-level farming runs. I can kind of skip some of the farming grind by doing Garden of Death. It does get kind of spooky. I do prefer to have, like, Protection Prayer, but, you know. It's just because it's like multi and all that stuff. Because you have to go through the lizard man. At least I believe you do. I think you do. Alright. Drop one essence, grab the gold key. Yep. So what now? Sure. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Go down underground. To keep that essence from despawning, we're going to drop another. Because once I'm done with the bucket and all that stuff, I mean, I love Mauritania. We have to find out which has the key. That has that. That has a feather. That has the key. Use the golden key on it. Take the bucket. Do that. Top floor. Okay. Thankfully, that essence should still be on the floor. So we're good on respawn timer. In which what I'm going to do is same thing as before. Drop one, pick one up. Okay, you're free to go. Yep, yep. Use the water here. I didn't mean that, but okay. And now we go back down, pick up our pure essence, and go from there. Yeah, so, like, we'll end up doing this. I should have brought... You know, I should have equipped the Chronicle rather than having the Memoirs. I'm dumb. I didn't think about it. Oh, here. Take some essence. Bang. Cool. Alright, so I need 25 more. This isn't that bad regardless. It's just I would have made this infinitely faster doing that. Or even just like swapping out having the... Swap out the staff and the chaos runes for just having the rune pick and using that. So I can... There's a few things I can do. I can do it's a quest. I could do like, what is it? Nature Spirit? Devious Minds? No. No, Devious Minds is the one that you don't do until a little bit later. Isn't it Nature Spirit? Am I just... Because you... Yeah. Unless I'm just not thinking about the right spot for, where to start it. Soulsbane, Family Crest. Family Crest would be good to do. I need to do Romeo and Juliet too for the quest points. Yeah, Romeo and Juliet will be really good for quest. Like, it's like 5 quest points and it takes like 5 minutes. It's a nice trade-off, especially when I do Tears of Guthix. I'd prefer to do Tears of Guthix and get Runecraft experience. So that's definitely a thing. Hmm. Let's actually take the Chronicle, wield it, put away the Memoirs. Put this up. Because, I mean, all we're doing is mining pure essence, so it's not a big deal. And then from there, we'll have quest complete. We'll be able to tackle, I guess, Romeo and Juliet. Do any quests that we can in Varrock. And then from there, I don't know. Ultimately, I would like to get... I would like to get 50 smithing overall. I might do some Temperos to help level up cooking, because I know I need that. I would also like to do... I would like to get recruitment drive done. So I'll need some... I don't need that one. It's fine. You know what? I'll talk to you, Rick. Thanks. Yeah, recruitment drive I would like to get done. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Pretty much we'll just need to get the stuff for Black Knight Fortress. I'll have to check my bank beforehand, but I'm pretty sure I have bronze and iron. So I should be able to just make the bronze med iron chain body. If not, if I don't have it, I can always buy it from Barb Village and Varrock, I think. I'm also picking up the... because I think bat bones are one of the drops for this. For the rag and bone. Never mind. Unlucky. It might also be giant bat instead of bat. Yeah. I'll end up tackling it whenever I tackle it. It's just one of those things that I do whenever I, you know, I'm passing by stuff. Because, I'm gonna be real, Rag and Bone Man is probably... I hate that there's, like, literally nothing behind the quest. Like, I'm not saying to give us, like, a Grandmaster quest or, you know, something like that, but, like, something useful, you know? Both of the quests do nothing. Outside of, the second one forces you to unlock Mogres, which, well, wait, you might not have to now. Because we have ship combat. Thank you. Yeah, the Myra key. Later. I did get some prayer experience. That's nice. Oh, that's where the quest marker is. Okay. For Nature Spirit. Do I have the level stuff for Nature Spirit? Because, I mean, if I can do it, I'll do it. I need a Silver Sickle. Go speak Amy. I think I'll do it a bit later. Just because of the whole Ghast thing. Actually, I might pick it up and then do it later because I can always use fairy rings now because I did Lost City. Or wait, I can't do fairy rings yet. That's fine. Because fairy rings specifically, you need Fairy Tale Part 2. The beginning of it started, if I recall. Oh yeah, I should just teleport. Alright, so we'll end up doing Romeo and Juliet. We'll do any quests that we can here. Yeah, I can do Demon Slayer. That's not bad either. If I remember correctly, that also gives me kudos. Yep. I need Kadava berries. Kadava berries are south here, right? I'm pretty sure that they're, like, south here at the bush. Could be wrong. Hey, I was right. Sick. Alright, so... Oh, right! He gave me, like, a bunch of apple pies. Right. I forgot about that. That's a pretty nice quest reward. Also, having the Wolfbane is... I mean, it's kind of nice. It's kind of weird that we got a whole thing with Vampirium coming, right? But we really haven't gotten very much stuff with the werewolves. The werewolves have just kind of been there. I don't know. But yeah, I still remember being on RuneScape Classic, like the original RuneScape, and walking to Varrock, and then like doing this whole quest. I don't know. It's nostalgic for me. And then I remember, didn't they temporarily remove the quest in RuneScape, in like RuneScape 3? I use air quotes on RuneScape. It was like between RuneScape 2 and RuneScape 3. I'm pretty sure they did. Oh, yeah. It was permanently removed from RuneScape 3 2010. They removed the quest because developers felt that the blatant direct adaptation of a real-world Shakespearean play aged poorly and did not fit the original fantasy lore. I think it's... I disagree with that. I think it's fine. Because I think it's really campy. you know? And I mean, there's a lot of campy things about RuneScape. Like, I don't know. There's like such a long list of goofy and campy things that like it not fitting with the Lord doesn't, yeah. Yeah, because I remember people being outraged by that quite a bit, if I recall. Okay, so we end up knocking this out. We go and we do... Knight's Sword, I think. I think that's the best plan. And there we go. Give that to Juliet. I mean, I could do... Do I really need or want to do Demon Slayer? What does Demon Slayer give? Nothing really. I mean, it gives you silver light, but I can always end up going to do that when I, you know, whenever I'm going to go do that quest. Yippee! She died. Oh no. Go talk to Romeo. And then I believe you have to go underneath the church. Look, she's over there. I love that end. Like, oh, Juliet, I'm sorry you're dead. And he just turns around. Oh, you're hot. That's so goofy. Okay. So let's work toward recruitment drive. Let's work toward the items. So I need Black Knight's Fortress. So I need cabbage not from Draenor. Okay. Do I have... I do have bronze bars. I can make a med helm. I can make an iron chain. Okay. Alright, so I need 1 cabbage. I could get cabbage from Lumbridge, I believe. Is there any other cabbage patches? Because, I mean, of course... Oh, wait. Not Draenor. So, this cabbage patch counts as being fine, I think. But I don't recall. If that's the case, what I can do is I can start... I didn't mean to eat the pie. No. Rip. What we can do is do Knight's Sword as we're doing that. So I need 2 iron bars. I may as well get 4. Red berry pie. Okay. And okay. I think we're good. I'll just end up going like this. It's fine. Actually, you know what? What I'll do is I will bring my amulet. That'll cut down a little bit of time since I don't have any law runes yet. I mean, I could go into the wilderness. I just don't want to risk it, to be quite honest. Because if I go out there and let's say there's a random level 100 or something, then I'm toast, you know? Alright, so... this will be for when I teleport to go give the red berry pie. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, if I can knock out both of these quests, then I can do recruitment drive, get the proselyte armor, and that would be my best in slot armor. Oh, don't attack white knights, please.
Oh, well.
Thank you, Kai, for the tier 1 at 33 months. How are you doing? Oh, whoa, right back. What up? I'm just spacebar mashing through quests. Because, I mean, when you've done them, like, umpteen times. Yeah. Let's see. What was I doing? But yeah, no, thank you. 33 months is such a long time. It's like almost 3 years or something. Let's see. It was free to play quest, Black Knight's Fortress. Ceramic vase. Okay. Vars is up top, isn't he? But yes, I hope you're doing well. And having a good weekend. It's been nice kind of chilling. Doing some running and escaping. Yep. Classified. Yep. Okay. Cool. Yep. We're starting that. Alright, sick. Yeah, so the big thing is we'll have to do the Chronicle teleport. But wait. Hold on. Wait. Do both of them require going to Knight's Sword, talk to Reldo in Varrock Castle, right? Black Knight Fortress. Enter the fortress. Be prepared, blah blah blah, sabotage. Okay. We'll grab this cabbage real quick and do this real quick. Since we can literally just run up there and do it. And then we'll just walk by and talk to him and complete it. Because we'll be going through through Falador like 2 or 3 times. I think it's twice. Also, funny enough, I've been passively woodcutting with the main, and I am like 100k from 93 woodcut, which is insane. I want to max out my main over time, but at the moment I don't want to do like if I'm going to be leveling up woodcut or mining or something like that, I may as well be doing stuff on the iron at the same time, so I can passively get the levels rather than, like, you know, sitting there doing shooting stars or whatever and not feeling like I'm progressing anything, really. It's kind of like it's a tough conundrum, really. Because it's like, you can choose to end up doing some of the skills that you're like, ooh, I can kind of, you know, do this one skill and I really, really like it. I like doing Slayer. Just because Slayer ends up doing that skill as well as all of your combat skills. And it has a lot of different monsters that you fight, bunch of loot, you know, fun bossing, you know, well, some fun bossing. Point being is that, like, I don't know. I really like that just because of things of that nature. Whereas, I don't know, doing like I can do cooking or fishing or mining. Smithing is rough because the experience for it's not very good. So you progress very slowly. Same with agility. Why are you attacking me, my dude? I'm wearing the guard outfit. Leave me alone. I'm gonna push the wall. Leave me alone, guys. Like, if I need to use the red berry pie, I will, but I shouldn't need to. I mean, we're just simply going over here. Then we're going to listen, and then we're going to go up top. We're going to drop it in to the cauldron here, and they're going to, like, freak out. Now, see, if they want to talk about campy characters, the witch here, that is camp. That was loud. Someone flying. But, that witch is, like, super campy. Alright, so we go back down here, go out here, go over here. Okay. Do not eat the cabbage. Drop it in there. It's like a grenade. Uh-oh. Yep. That's literally all you do. We're going to now teleport. And we're going to go talk to Reldo. We're going to switch over to Knight's Sword. Since I don't have teleports directly there, this is my way of trying to save at least a little bit of time. Because after this, I should go and use Sailor Amulet, go to Pandemonium, take that to Port Sarim, walk south, go talk to the Red Berry Man. Oh yeah, I of course I did Arduin's like easy diary, which was nice. Because now I have a free teleport there. Yep. Okay. We have to go to Thurgo. So we're going to teleport to Pandemonium. Also, I'm really, really happy about my sailing level. I don't have 30 coins. Huh. I guess we go to the bank. I forgot about that part. But yeah, so I'm really happy with the sailing level because now I can passively like example a bit later I'll be like, oh, I need to go and do some stuff like load the dishwasher and everything. I can go and set them to go and like collect salvage for me while I'm doing all of that. And I just come back and I check up on it and sort salvage and all that good stuff. So it's nice for that. Then on top of that, I can alch the stuff that has value. So it's passive money earning. So it's actually pretty good about that. And I should have... Probably tonight, I'll probably end up getting... I would like to get 62 sailing, probably. Yeah, that's probably the plan. Because if I can get 62... I don't know, it's a toss-up. Because I've been working on the gem bag. And I've got 65 mining because of that. As well as getting... I got full prospector outfit now. So it's probably going to be a little bit of 1 and 2. Pretty much. I would like to get the gem bag so I could stuff the gems that I get from there into that. It just makes, like, rather than alching them or something like that. I love Thurgo so much. Like, his character model's so good. I love it. It's so good. Also, he's the one that sells you the smithing cape. Okay. Squire and Falador Castle. Which is why I was talking about just, you know, go and do that, and then we'll, you know, finish that up on the way. I'm gonna drop these. Actually, no. No, I will need them for while Gothic sleeps, I believe. I'm pretty sure I do. So I'll stuff them in the bank. And then, you know, worry about that later. Okay, so... Thinking, is there anything I can grab or need on the way? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Yo, Zen, how goes it? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Doing good? Yes. That's good to hear. Yeah, I ended up picking up this hardcore and started doing it like last week or the week before or something like that. It's been pretty fun. Just doing a solo Iron Man, just like figuring out what path I want to take. It's been nice. Also, hopefully you guys aren't getting like as much rain as we are right now. Oh my god. It's literally rained every day for the last 6 days, I think. Like, everything's pretty much flooded right now. Except my like tomato plants are like freaking out. They're like, "Oh, this is great for me." They're like growing like weeds, and I'm like, I wish I could like, you know, actually I have to be really careful, because if it's wet and I'm messing with them, you know, that's an easy way to spread disease and whatnot with them. So yeah, I've had to like be super careful. But yeah, outside of that, I mean, like, the storms have been crazy. But yeah, hopefully you guys haven't had to experience stuff like that recently. Let's see. I need to bring Thurgo the portrait. I need to talk to Ceramic Vase over here. And then that wraps up the Black Knight Fortress quest. Yeah, I think I could technically start recruitment drive there. But I'll wait until after I finish Night Sword. Yo, Groovy, what up? How goes it? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, boy. Yeah, money.
Yeah, boy.
15 stream streak? That's nuts. That is actually crazy. Hopefully, y'all are doing well, though. Oh, God. My, recently I've had, like, weird lower back pain, and I'm, like, trying to deal with it. Fun. Pretty mental, I know. Yeah, you are. It's one of those, like, you know the joke of like, I'm old kind of thing? Yeah, that's what I've been screaming. Real outdated way to say crazy. Yeah, I mean, not really. Honestly, like, people still say cool and whatnot, so it's fine. It's chill. It is not antiquated in the slightest. You know what gets really old, though, is walking around all the freaking time. I need to really, like... I really need to get the 3 levels really bad. So if I get... I thought it was 63. I guess it's 66. If I get 66 magic... Well, 63 magic, so I can use a wizard's mind bomb to boost to 66. I end up walking into the wizard skill, or the magic guild, or whatever. It's interchangeable. Walk into that guild that's in Yanil. I can buy law runes finally, which is nice. Yeah, I've kind of been like... trying to work on it. It's just... it's a pain. It really is. I don't want to sit there and just, like, attack the crab or something like that. So I'm, like, trying to do a little bit of Slayer or something. Yeah. And I'm not doing Desert Treasure yet. Oh, I do need to be careful about this. This is multi up here. So I'll probably let my run energy refill a bit. Because the ice giants up here could wombo combo. I'm not really worried about the hobgoblins. Just more so these guys up here. Also, I'm glad the skeletal wyverns can't do too much. Oh, right, it's ice warriors. Shoot. Okay. Okay. Let's go. It is both. Okay. Okay. Ow. Let me mine this. Let me mine this. Okay, cool. We're out of here. I had 2 separate outs for this in case I needed it. Mining the additional bluerite ore and smelting another bluerite, but okay. That's fine. But yeah, doing this without teleports is a bit rough, to say the very least. Oh, that's the instance area for going under. Why did I do that? For going for Mogers, right? I think. Pretty sure. Yeah. They're like they're right here actually. They're like underwater ogres. Okay, drop the sword. Can you make a replacement sword for me? There you go. Thanks. I have 2. Cool. Yeah, it's pronounced Mogre, M-O-G-R-E. Like it's actually spelt that way and everything. It's just that's the way that they differentiate them. I forget what I forget what the M is supposed to be. I can look it up. Yeah, you have to use the fishing explosives, blah blah blah. There should be like facts or some trivia. Here we go. Their name is... Oh, it's because of Mudskipper Ogre. Okay. Yeah. In development, versions of the game were called Mugre? That's weird. Like, that kind of spelling. Which is weird. Huh. Oh, they took them off of Slayer tasks, too. Oh, that's wonderful. Because they were the worst. And it's because you had to go all the way down there to Mudskipper Point, and you would throw dynamite in the water, bring them out, and kill them. And it took so freaking long to do a task, especially if it was a task of like 150 or, you know, 180. 12k smithing. 39 smithing's nice. Okay, so now we've got that. What do I want to do next? I could do Temperos, because I do need to level up cooking. I want to level up cooking so I can start cooking tunas, because I do have some tuna that I need. Also, it would give me construction supplies, I'm pretty sure. Because I'm pretty sure it gives planks and stuff like that. That wouldn't be too bad. Let's see. I'm gonna move this over here. So I have 7 gold nuggies after getting the full prospector outfit. I'll probably shoot for the 100 gold nuggets tonight. Probably. Like, well, between tonight and tomorrow, I guess. Thonkin. Right, I can do recruitment drive? Isn't recruitment drive just the puzzles? Yeah. Yep. I gotta deposit everything. You have a question unrelated to this game. What up? Go for it. When does summer officially begin? Typically, it's unofficially, typically it's after Memorial Day weekend. Officially, I don't know the exact date. That's at least to my recollection. That's soon. Yeah, it's tomorrow. Or, well, 2 days from now. It's Monday. But yeah, like, I don't know the official day, but yeah. Wilds DLC reveal soon. Probably I would actually probably say Summer Game Fest. Summer Game Fest is, I think it's June 5th. Because, okay, so things that we have coming up, I know. Dragon Quest has a reveal for Dragon Quest 12. Probably with, like, official date and trailer and all that fun stuff. As well as whatever other projects they're working on. BRB phone call. Okay. Let's see. There's that. There's... Oh, what else was there? There's like a bunch of different games that are probably going to get announced within the next week. Oh, I have to talk to Ceramic Vase. Okay. Yeah, I would like to at least be able to get this armor. Just because having some prayer armor that's like semi-decent would be good. And like, I'm not going to see Sunfire Fanatic for a very long time. And I'm not really going to like shoot for it specifically. Because Sunfire Fanatic would require me like consistently doing Coliseum runs and like getting, I would say bare minimum wave 6, which I've only done Coliseum on Leagues. I haven't even done it on main yet. Leagues was fun though. I'm definitely done with it though. Oh, and this quest, if I remember, originally, this is, yep, okay. Originally this quest had where it was like no man can defeat me, and you had to change your character's gender. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay. So it's the sword one. Bronze sword. Touch the statue that was brought in after you entered. Wait, what? Yeah, it's this one. Easy. Defeat Surlay, been blessed by Sir Ottoman, be undefeatable by... See, I believe it said be undefeatable by any man, so it should be quite a challenge for you. Yep. And so you ended up having to go out, and you had to go... Because there's the person that can change it right outside of Falador. And so you'd end up doing that and go from there. Am I going to get the fox chicken bird or seed sack thing, or am I going to get the one puzzle? That's the question. Oh, we're getting this puzzle. Yep. Okay. I remember this puzzle. Take both. Yep. I remember getting stuck on this for a while, and eventually talking to, I believe you talk to Mischievers, and they give you a book, and it tells you, like, what you need for, like, doing some of the stuff. Like, how to make some of the combinations of things. Take it. Take it. Take that. We take that. Oh, whoops. Take both. Okay. Cool. Alright. Use metal spade here to heat it up. Yep. Okay. Bang. Do that. Use this here. Use this here. Hold the spade. Cool. Use the gypsum. Make this. This is a mold for the key. Use the powder. Use the tin. I remember this being like crazy for people at the time. I mean, I remember it took me a couple hours. Originally. Yeah, you take the chicken across because the fox isn't going to eat the grain. Then you go and you take over, I believe, you take the grain. Oh no, you take the fox and you bring the chicken back. Right, you take the fox, you bring the chicken back. You then take the grain over. And then you take the chicken over. See, I don't know. I like these puzzles when when new quests come out, I always turn off quest helper, or if it's a quest I haven't done before, I like to turn off quest helper, because if they have little puzzles like this, I like doing them. It's the fun of it. Okay, so now we are done. That was worth it for the herb lore experience, actually. That's actually really good for it. I forgot about that. Can I buy armor? Yep, that's fine. So how much is this? 18. That's not bad. I can go grab that. That's not a big deal. That'll be my armor for a bit. Okay. We'll buy these. Cool. I'm really happy about that. Okay, so for doing Tempros, it is, I need buckets, I need a harpoon, I need bucket, harpoon, rope, hammer. I think that's it. Welcome back, Groovy. Summer Game Fest. Yes. There's gonna be a lot of game reveals and or like expansion reveals and stuff like that there. I'm kind of excited for some of the game stuff, but at the same time, I don't know. Like, in a way, I'm trying to not look forward to too much stuff. I think the one thing that I am most excited for right now is learning about the rumored Zelda remake. The moment Nintendo actually reveals information on that, I'm going to lose it. If that is true. You just want the Star Fox Monster Hunter Wilds DLC. Everything else shall be a surprise. Yeah. Monster Hunter DLC will be nice, so long as the game runs well. I know the game runs well now, but that doesn't help. That it helps currently, but it doesn't help on the initial play, you know? If the initial playthrough's kind of borked, then, you know, it kind of leaves a bad taste in some people's mouths, you know? We're going to go to a Temperos world. I am excited for it, though. I do want to see some of the stuff coming. And I still haven't played any Monster Hunter. I've talked about wanting to, but it's just like, I look at it, and I'm just like, I don't feel like it. You know? Okay, so we are done questing for right now. I'm going to go Tempros. Home telly? I know, I know. I want to, it's just, you know? Like, I'm like, I can still, like, fight those monsters later. Good friend Groovy's waiting for your eventual return. I definitely will return to Monster Hunter. I'll probably, like, especially even if they announce the DLC, which I think they will. They announced the DLC and they talk about, like, when it's coming and all that, and, like, show a full trailer. I'll probably get all hyped up and want to, like, do stuff. Probably. I don't know. It's just tough at times because, okay, so the way I see it, right, is it's kind of difficult to do when it's difficult to jump into Monster Hunter right now. I think partially because, like, the only chase that you're doing is, like, killing the monsters that are there, and I'm like, but I've kind of killed them before, so it's not like like I'm excited for them, but, like, at the same time, I've killed them before, so it's kind of like not anything too cray. Okay, so if I remember correctly, I get up to 8 harpoon fish. I'll probably end up doing it at 6 since I'm missing a few times. Yeah. And then we'll wait for the double. There it is. But yeah, so, like, I don't know. It's tricky with Monster Hunter because it's like part of the big thing for Monster Hunter for me is the gear chase. But I also don't want to just be on RNG roulette for my gear. My chase is to get better at hunting them. I look forward to honing my skills. Yeah, I mean, like, I've done that. But, like, at the same time, I'm like, you know, I did my time back during 3U and 4U especially. And so, like, I guess that's part of my thing too. I've already spent, if you count every Monster Hunter up time-wise, I probably spent about 1,500 hours. Probably. Douse the fire. Load this bad boy up. Yeah, probably about 1,500. Because I spent 300 on 3U. Or no, 250 on 3U. 4U, I think I spent 350. 2,000, probably closer to that. I know, World, I spent a metric ton of time between the PS4 and the, between the PS4 and the PC versions. I also spent a lot of time on, let's see, what was it? Oh, I think Rise and Sunbreak. I know I picked up Rise on the Switch originally, and I had like probably about 150 hours in it. But then I played Rise and Sunbreak on PC, I know I have like 200 on there probably. My combined hours is almost 1400. And know you spent way more on the older. Yeah. Yeah, it's probably somewhere in that ballpark. So it's kind of like once you like, it's exciting to fight the monsters, to see the monsters again and everything. But like once you fought, you know, Uragon in 4 different iterations in 4 different games, you know, you kind of like, I've kind of fought him before. It's cool to see him, but I don't want to fight him 45 times right now. Not right this second, at least. Like, especially when I know DLC's coming out that's going to dwarf all the weaponry and all the gear and whatnot. It kind of, like, it doesn't make me as enticed, I guess, to go on that gear chase. Because, like, realistically, your... Ooh, a double right away. Realistically, your first set of gear is probably going to be just outright better than any of the gear that you end up getting in Wilds currently. And so, like, for me, it's kind of that I'm just kind of like, well, I may as well just wait and, you know, save time a little bit. I don't know. I've also, like, I kind of miss some of the hunting mechanics of previous games. Like setting down tinged meat and stuff like that, and doing that on a semi-consistent basis. I miss some of that. I do love the like clashes and stuff you can have. I think that's really freaking cool. I also need someone. Okay, someone ended up doing that. Cool. Because I need to dump off these fish before it... I'm hoping I can dump off these fish before... I should be able to dump these off. I just want that fishing experience. It's such good experience. But yeah, like, and on top of that, with like some of the other games, and I'm talking non-Monster Hunter, I haven't even played the most recent Resident Evil. And it's just because, like, games are so expensive now, I have to pick and choose things, you know? I have to pick and choose a lot. 4 rewards, that's not bad. That's not too bad. I'll probably end up doing this to get 25 cooking. At least 25. And then I might check the rewards and see what fish I end up getting. I'm not looking, like, for Dragon Harpoon or something like that. I mean, if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. Oh yeah, I do have to fill up my bucket. But yeah, no, I think outside of Monster Hunter Wilds expansion, trying to think of what other, like, games I'm excited for. Like I said, outside of the Zelda remake, rumor that I've heard, I don't think there's anything that I'm really, like, too, like, huge on right now, you know? Well, Star Fox 64. I'm of course going to buy that and going to be playing that. Keep expectations low. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Dragon's Dogma 3. Wait. There's no way for Dragon's Dogma 3. The creator for Dogma 2 left the company, if I recall. So unless they end up having a different studio head for it, I mean, they could. They very well could. But Dogma 2, like, to be quite honest, Dogma 2, the one thing it needs is it just needs Dogma 2 needs, like, specifically I think it just needs like something to fix the second half of the game. Like they need to go in and like do some kind of expansion or something for it before I would even like consider Dogma 3. Star Fox, I'm big on Star Fox. I'm super excited for that. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be a lot of fun. I don't think, like, when my brother told me, like, came in and told me, oh hey, yeah, they're having a Star Fox Direct, and I'm like, I mean, I kind of expected it with the Mario movie and everything, but like, still at the same time, you're kind of taken aback by it. Also, I'm kind of excited to hear more information about Pokemon. I have expectations low for it, but you know, I am still excited for it. People are so mad that it's just another remake, but gosh, the utter ignorance of. I think it's a needed remake. I think that's a remake that's needed, and the other remake that was the rumor along with Star Fox 64 as a remake is well, one of two classic Zelda games that I would say probably are the greatest of all time. Link to the Past is my favorite, but Ocarina of Time's like right up there. And the rumor of an Ocarina of Time remake has me excited. Because I will just get lost in that game. But like I said, it is just a rumor. No for certain on that. But it was alongside the leak of a Star Fox 64 remake. And I didn't even hear about these until after the fact, because I kind of keep out of, like, Rumorville on stuff like that. I kind of like having my head in the sand. And then afterward, I'll end up looking up some stuff and learn. But yeah, I do think, I think that even if they remade, like, because you don't have to have like full teams on it. Even if they remade like Mario 64, I would totally be okay with that. Also, I'm gonna repair this. I want the experience. Thanks. Okay. Well. SNES Star Fox is hardly a running game. Recently played it myself. The charm and details of 64 just isn't there for me, so I consider 64 as the full experience. Oh, okay. I'm gonna disagree with you there. Okay. You have to consider the SNES Star Fox. Okay, all right. SNES Star Fox. You have to consider the hardware it was on and what they had to do to actually end up, like, even creating that game. So it being even functional is a miracle in itself. But yeah, I mean, I totally understand where you're coming from with that. But yeah, Star Fox 64, they had a lot more technology and things to work with, so they had the ability to kind of make it like what the full realization was of the original Star Fox on the SNES. That's how I saw it. 3DS is just the same game but looks better. Zero is hardly the same game with the new vehicles and slower paced missions and the bots. It's quite different than 64. Well, okay, so the big thing with you actually brought up a point with it seems like they're disregarding Star Fox Zero, and it looks like they're going to take the mechs and stuff from like that and the what was it, Arsenal or whatever, the tower defense game. I think they're taking the ideas and the things that they've already created from those and then using those for the like other mission types that you can do on different worlds and planets and whatever. Because they did show like a Land Rover and some stuff like that. I hope it's good. Barely functional, but yes. For its hardware, it's impressive, but it aged like milk for me. I mean, harsh, I'm sure. I don't want to discredit that it is a feat for that game to exist. For the modern age, though, it's just harder to get into. I mean, that's fair. But I mean, like at the same time, like a lot of older games are going to be harder to get into naturally, just because of like anything from like controls to how the game looks to how the game feels. Example is that like if you didn't grow up on Crash Bandicoot, playing Crash Bandicoot in today's day and age feels like garbage. It does. It feels really bad. The jumps feel really floaty and just not great. But it's a good game. Like, it's one of those where, like, I mean, even Mario 64. Mario 64 is one of the best, like, Mario games, in my opinion. It's also, obviously, one of the most speedrun and whatnot. That game, the camera is absolute garbage in that game. However, once you get accustomed to stuff and get acclimated to things like that, it becomes a really fun and enjoyable experience. It's just you have to get across that boundary of being able to move the camera and stuff. And another example is 007 GoldenEye. GoldenEye is always touted as like this super amazing first-person shooter, right? And it's because it was one of the first big console shooters. I mean, you had Doom on the Super NES, but we're not going to go there. But you had double oh 007, Goldeneye, and you had, your other one was, Perfect Dark. That's the only reason that Perfect Dark even has, like, in my opinion, Perfect Dark has the notoriety of being, like, a notable franchise in any regard because of being a prominent game on the 64. But, like, trying to play them today, they didn't quite figure out, aiming conventions. So, like, it just feels weird, and it doesn't feel good, necessarily. But, like, once you get into it, you get into it, I guess. Dad called BRB, needs help DJing. Okay. I'll be back when I hear your thoughts. Okay. All Gucci. All Gucci. But yeah, no, like, it's... I think it's naturally going to be that way for a lot of games in general, too. I mean, hell, RuneScape. RuneScape's the perfect example of this. If you showed anybody who's playing old school RuneScape, RuneScape Classic, which is the original iteration of RuneScape, they would literally be like, oh, hell nah. They would, most of them would be like, nah. I'll give it a try as a novelty, but I am not going to try to seriously play this. Because it doesn't have convenience features that RuneScape, old school RuneScape or RuneScape 2 had. You know, I click on this and I just start to fish and I'm just chilling, right? In RuneScape Classic, you had to click and it would say you attempt to catch a fish, and then you either catch a fish or you do not. And you had to read the text box for if you caught a fish or not, and you had to spam click it, right? And like, for me, this is where I ended up getting, had like carpal tunnel flare-ups. But, you know, for some of the fishing spots, you have to right click and then left click, right? And so you right click to go and highlight harpoon or whatever, and you would left click, and you know, that just changed like what fish you were catching. Well, if you had to do that on a constant basis, yeah, it like, I ended up doing that constantly, and yeah, it didn't do too great for me. Do not recommend. But like, even like, make X for things, for like smithing stuff or fletching stuff. Like, you had to fletch things one at a time. And so there's a lot of convenience features that are in RuneScape Classic or RuneScape 2 and old school RuneScape that weren't in RuneScape Classic. And the same thing goes for this comparative to RuneScape 3. RuneScape 3 has a lot of that. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like, you're always going to have stuff like that with games. Okay, getting 30... spirit flakes are nice. Raw bass, more spirit flakes. Chest. Ooh, salmon's really good. That'll get me probably a level. What we got? Emerald bracelet. What is that? Emerald bracelet. It becomes a Castle Wars bracelet. Okay, so that's trash. I mean, that's alkables, I guess. That's nifty. I'll take those. I'm back. Talk to you. Okay. Um, okay, so, did you hear any of it or none of it? Because I did go on a bit of a tirade, and then I saw your message, and then I was like, oh. Long story short, wait, wait, is that person's name? That person's name is literally unaliving. That's a hell of a name pull. Wow. Columbian turned to leave and said, yeah. Hardly any. Okay. So, basically, well, dark, yeah, no. there's all kinds of names on here. If I go and I do this, half the time you're gonna find something goofy or stupid. Anyways, so one of the examples I was giving was Mario 64. Mario 64 is a really good example. Mario 64's camera controls are awful. You can agree or disagree, but the people that have gotten accustomed to them have gotten accustomed to them, and it feels good to them. Even though they fight the camera half the time anyways. But, you know, for, like, if you had somebody coming in to go and play Mario 64 right now, they would say it feels like trash. Probably. And, it, you know, they could say, well, it looks ugly because of the graphics, or, I don't like how the camera moves. And those are, you know, everything's going to be somebody's opinion on it. And, I mean, that especially happens with, like, a lot of 64 games, I would say. 64 PS1 games. Where, you know, they either don't have the aesthetic, or the other part is that they don't quite have the controls. Like, another example, going back to playing, like, 007 GoldenEye, or Perfect Dark, trying to learn how to aim with those games, when you're fully used to doing, you know, your two-stick movement, it feels really bad. And it's just, like, I mean, like, it's all fair. I mean, games can be great and also feel like utter garbo in today's day and age. That's kind of the charm of like ever-evolving game development, I guess. I'd say it's aged well still. When I said barely functional, I meant the frame rate. Oh yeah, the frame rate's awful. I wouldn't call it a smooth experience because of it. Yeah, no. The frame rate's terrible. They barely got that game to even work. They actually had to make a special chip for it, if I recall. Yeah. I think it was the SFX chip, I believe? I could be wrong. Let me look this up. Yeah, the Super FX chip, which they, it was added to select games, and the reason was because of, the reason it even came into existence was because of Star Fox. So, yeah, there's an interesting, like, there's a whole interesting, like, history behind the Super NES, and, like, how they were able to get certain things to work like that. But yeah, no, I totally agree with you. That's why I said, like, I think Star Fox 64 is where they put the full realization of what they wanted into Star Fox. And so you're not just, I don't know, you're not just like having the same it's very much like how I think with the current Star Fox, they're going to put the full iteration of what they feel Star Fox should be in today's day and age. But yeah, I was kind of going over like, it'd be a similar experience probably if people went from playing RuneScape 2 or old school RuneScape into playing RuneScape Classic, which is the original iteration, and it used 2D sprites for the whole thing. And it had a lot of, it wasn't just the 2D sprites, but like one of the examples I gave was like on here for fishing, you go and you click the thing and you fish for a bit, right? Well, on RuneScape Classic, you had to click, and you had to click each time that you wanted to fish something, each attempt that you wanted to try to fish. And it would tell you in the text box that you attempt to fish and you catch something or not. And then you go from there. And like that's some of the differences between them. And so like, you know, those kind of not even just aesthetic changes, but like actual changes to the gameplay loop and convenience features that make the game feel a bit better to play and smoother. And I'm just saying on an overall scale too. That really affects like the whole feel of it too. Nintendo Kid, I hardly care about frame rate above 30, but it really did feel like 5 FPS and it hurt my eyes. Yeah, no, definitely. I totally agree with you. Because I trust me, I played that. Now the thing is that you also end up kind of losing. Here's the thing that's really sad about it all. So when you're playing the games emulated on, whether it's through Nintendo Online or through, you know, a PC or whatever, you're losing the well, yeah, for Switch Online, yeah. Whether you're playing it through those, either one though, the biggest thing that you lose is you lose the magic of the CRT. The CRT TV, the tube TV, also known as, you ended up getting, so right around the time, especially around Super Nintendo into PlayStation, like in that era, they started to learn how to artistically do some stuff with the CRT. And so like the way it would put pixels on the screen is different comparative to the digital pixels we end up having now. And so like the best example is look up Symphony of the Night Dracula. Actually, I can look this up. Okay. So let me make sure that I end up getting this. And then get on here. Okay. I remember seeing this a very, very long time ago. But I will send this, and I think it should be good. I'll send this to you, Groovy. That's the difference in scan lines and like how the CRT is comparative to. If you look at the image of Dracula on the CRT comparative to, you know, your HD TVs and whatnot, it looks totally different. Turned on the CRT filter. Yeah, the CRT filter is nice. It gives you somewhat similar of an experience, but yeah, they did some crazy magic with the scan line stuff around that time. And there's a lot of, I don't know, it's kind of like a lost art with it. Yeah, you notice how, like, when you have the when you have it being like an HD, the one is where you don't have scan lines. And you see how his eyes just look like goofy, like, you know, whatever. But then the others have the scan lines, and you can actually kind of see how it's blended. Yeah, it's like it's just a goofy red dot. You end up having it blends into the face. They ended up doing that with more than just that. But it just made stuff look better overall. And so, I don't know, it's a crazy cool, like, lost art in a way. But, yeah, I don't know. It's one of those, like, experiencing it on the original hardware is also kind of its own magic. But I know how expensive some of that stuff is now. Some of that stuff is insane. The price for, like, a Super NES or, like, something of the like, oh my god. I have a friend who's obsessed with CRTs and the old school feel of those video games. Yeah, it just has a different feel to it. Like, I don't mind... I don't mind the clean lines. It's very much, I would say it's very similar in the same argument of physical and digital art with like anime and stuff like that. So if you look at, and it's not even me just being like, back in my day, kind of thing. But if you look, you can tell the difference when you start looking at, I'll give an example. If you look at something older, like a Gundam or something like that, the older ones, they had lines that you could tell were not perfectly straight, and I don't know, sometimes it adds to the grittiness of it, you know? Really changes the art. I'm sure it wouldn't help the FPS feel, but I do think it would have helped with how the space... Yeah. I also think that in some cases, for games like that, that's where I do kind of suggest the alternate route. And it's simply because... you have where people are able to fix it and put it at a proper frame rate. Not always, but sometimes. It's kind of like playing like a lot of the modded stuff for Pokemon Fire Red, or like how people have, I recently just saw how someone ended up taking it's all same style and and whatnot of Pokemon Fire Red, and it loads up the same way. But that game looks incredible from what I saw. And all they did was they added some changes to sprites and stuff like that, which I think is just crazy. Okay. We're going to get these. And that's not even taken away from the original, like, the current iteration or whatever iteration. It's just, I don't know, sometimes, also sometimes, when they do, ports like that, it's awful. So the Mega Man, okay, so I specifically know this because I played a lot of Mega Man 3 growing up. Okay. So I played original, like, I played it NES cart, you know, shove that in, play the game, you know, have to take out the cart and dust it, or, you know, do the old, and just, like, blow on the cartridge to get it to work. But when doing so, I'm going to do cooking in the meanwhile with us. When, the big thing with, I'm just going to put this up, because I think I'm done with Temperos for right now. When doing, excuse me, stop burning. What level is salmon? Hold up, hold up. I can do salmon at 25. Cook the freaking salmon. I've heard doing the blow doesn't help, but it definitely does. Yeah, I mean, it at least makes you think it does. But I went through regular Mega Man 3, you know? And then when I was a teenager, I remember I had, you know, I had the whole ROM thing and all that stuff. And I played it on there. And there's a specific thing in Sparkman stage where the screen tears in a certain way. And it only happened through emulation that I could recall, because it didn't happen with my cartridge. Lo and behold, Mega Man Collection came out, right? And it had the same screen tear. Yep. So I could be wrong, but I'm almost certain that for a lot of the remakes or a lot of the releases of that with the emulation, all they do is they just put it, they either put it in their own emulation wrapper, or they end up taking the ones that are already available out there and they just use it. I think there's actually been documented proof on some of the stuff too, which I think is really, really funny. I mean, it is their property, so I mean, like, do with it as they will. I think it's really, really funny to end up seeing some of that, you know? But I do say that, like, that being used as a form of preservation for games is a really, really good thing. Especially since, like, we have so much lost media with games. Like, it is almost impossible to find a good portion of the NES games. Like, legally find a good portion of the NES games that I grew up with. Unless I'm buying them on the secondhand market, which is not buying them on the secondhand. Like, the thing for me is, like, if you're buying them on the secondhand market, you're just paying another person for it. and you're not actually paying any money to the company. So it does nothing in the sense of that company, you know? That's how I see it. Now, if the company had the game available, like, I'll give an example. Bayou Billy from the NES. Or, Big Nose the Caveman. Random games that just, I just rando thought of. I remember Big Nose the Caveman because I believe that game came in a gold cartridge. Like, it was a gold and different shaped cartridge. Yeah. So, like, there's a bunch of games like that came out, and you just can't find them. Yep. Funny enough, the original Zelda and Zelda 2, is it Link's Awakening? I think that's what it is for the subtitle. Anyways, Zelda 1 and Zelda 2, both of them came in the like gold looking cartridges. Just a fun little tidbit, I guess. We're gonna throw this in with the runes here, because that's like gear I can use. Same with the rune sword. Let's dump these off. We're currently... I'm so agitated. 29 cooking? Bro. I mean, I can cook sweet corn. I could go to Varlamore, gather a bunch of sweet corn, and just cook it. I don't know if I want to do that, though. I'm kind of... Okay. So... I'm kind of at an impasse as to what I want to do. There's a lot of things that I can do. Just what I want to do. Like... I could go and do Tourist Trap. That's not a bad quest to do. I could start up, like, the Lost Tribe, probably. I could do the Ides of Milk for the bull quest. It's a lot. A lot of things that I can do, but what do I want to do? I feel like I should probably halt on questing until I get law runes. Once I get law runes, I can end up doing, you know, like Wanted or Slug Menace or Corsair Curse isn't bad. It's kind of isolated. I could probably do that. I mean, I definitely could. Hopefully this doesn't... Okay, that only stretched the screen. That's fine. Corsair. Because that does unlock another port for me. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We can do that. I'm going to wear these. I need to really, like, sort some of my stuff. Like, I want to get all of these out of here, but I need to get to the farming guild so I can dump them all in there. which is a ways away. Okay. It just needs combat gear. Okay. This is fine. We'll go to Pandemonium. No! I'm dumb. Wait. How much? Because I need 30 gold. How much do they buy these for? 4 coins? Ew. Let me go grab the coins. I forgot. Tourist Trap also unlocks a new sailor companion, which is also good. I'll just probably end up doing that tomorrow. I'm just trying to get... I'm trying to knock out some of the early quests. This one doesn't really have... the big reward for this one is the area it unlocks. That, as well as another port I can access, which is good. Let's see. They're right up here. I could probably also do the one where I get the rum, which I think I start like right here or something. I could probably knock both of those out. Sure. Yeah, I know. Yep. Yep. Okay. Alright, so... Pirate's Treasure. I need to start right over here. I'm in search of treasure. Pirate's Treasure. Pretty much he wants rum taken off of Karamja. Which is good. Because I'll have to gather bananas, which I believe is an easy task anyways. Pirate's Treasure. It also lets me finish up all the like free-to-play quests. Oh, right. I need to hide completed quests. That makes life a heck of a lot easier. We're gonna go to Musa Point. You know, technically, I could just go and take it, get on my boat, and then just go over there. Funny enough. Alright, so I need to buy one of these. And then we're gonna load this up with bananas. Oh, I should have just grabbed bananas from my bank. Oh well. But yeah, I think in the end, on everything, I'm just, I'm hoping that we end up getting some good games coming. That'll be nice. Also, what do I need left on the Karamja? Mine gold from the rocks in the northwest. Explore Cairn Island. Okay, use a fishing use the fishing spots, collect 5 seaweed, attempt the Czar fight, attempt the fight pits or fight cave. Okay. So I just have to walk in and walk out. Okay, that's fine. Oh, hey Jack, how's it going? It's going pretty well tonight. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, like Summer Games Fest, I hope has some nice games to look forward to. I don't know. Give me money. Thanks. Internet's finally started working. Nice. Hopefully, hopefully weather hasn't been too bad. Lost 2 days of RuneScaping? Oh no, that sucks. I know that feeling. I know the feeling all too well. Yeah, hopefully, everything's good now, though. I know that, like, okay, so at the very least, nowadays, you can, you can kind of, like, play it on mobile for a bit or something, or at least feel like you're getting something accomplished on mobile. Like, no, I'm not taking a banana. At the very least, you're able to do that. Like, I remember, I still remember when I had dial-up, and this is back during, like, the beginning of RuneScape 2, and, like, you're just sitting there and you're, like, doing something, and then it gets disconnected. And then you look and you, like, parent or whomever is, like, holding the phone, and you're like, can't really do too much about that. Okay. Blue Moon Inn in Varrock. Okay, we'll end up doing this after I do Corsair Curse. Because what I can do is I can use the Chronicle. Hotspot data and phone. You live on hotspot data and phone internet because the internet in my area is 100 for a basic plan. Ooh, yeah, that sucks. Yeah, internet. They've made internet more expensive. I know that, like, some people around where I'm at, you can still get, like, 20 down or 50 down or something like that, and it's somewhere in the ballpark of, like, 20 to 40 a month, which I think is affordable, kind of, but, yeah. I don't know. It's rough, regardless. I mean, at least we have internet. I remember, first off, I remember the sound of the freaking dial-up. Oh my god. Phone acting up my... Oh, that sucks. Yeah. Yeah, having the phone act up is not good, ever. Especially with, like, how much stuff we end up putting on our phones. Hopefully you got that resolved, though. And hopefully it doesn't, like, keep acting up. Yeah, I still remember... I still remember being up at 2 or 3 in the morning. Hello, old man. Oh, okay. You gave me money? Okay, cool. Being up at 2 or 3 in the morning and you're sitting there and you're like, okay, I'm going to sneak on the internet, and then your freaking computer starts screaming at you because you're connecting to it. Got 300 gigs of hotspot, which is more than enough. Yeah, I mean, like, if you're playing RuneScape and then, like, maybe watching YouTube videos or something, as long as you're not watching them in, like, 4K, you should be fine. I mean, I know, when I didn't have internet for a little bit and was running off of my phone, I think, like, when I was connecting to Final Fantasy 14, oh my god, this whole thing is so stupid. I love it. What was that? But I remember with the like hotspot data, it was telling me I was only using like a couple megabytes from playing like Final Fantasy 14 or something like that, and I was like, okay, that's cool. 360p, and forget how nice 1080p is. I mean, if you're watching it on like a phone or a tablet, it doesn't look too bad. If you're watching it on a TV or a larger screen, yeah. I love this quest. This quest is so goofy, and for me, this quest holds like that charm. The silly, goofy charm of like some of the RuneScape quests. Let's see. Yeah, you've been cursed. Yep. He was fishing. It's so stupid. I have a cable to connect to my phone to the TV if I watch it. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that ends up working out rather well because, like, then you're able to just kind of, like, chill with it. Yeah. I ended up doing that with a tablet. Like, I have my tablet, and, like, if I wanted to run... Okay, so it sounds ass backward, and it kind of is. But it's all because my PC is set up to, like, have... Like, I have ad blockers and stuff on my PC that I feel comfortable with. So, like, using it, and then using the tablet for, like, remote access... Oh, wait, I had to talk to the captain. Using it for remote access kind of worked out. And so, like, that's what I ended up doing for a little bit. I don't do it anymore, but... Yeah. Alright, so... Let us... go to the whole west of Corsair Cove. We'll end up knocking this out. Yeah, I figure I'll probably finish up this quest for tonight, and then Yeah. Let's see. So, I think this is where the doll is, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's just a clockwork. I love how the whole quest is like, yeah, you guys are kind of dumb. Yup. And we tell them that they're dumb, and then we figure out who the real culprit is, and then finish quest. Yippee. Okay. Yeah, I've really been enjoying doing like getting these quests knocked out. And it's not just for like the unlocks and experience, but seeing this number shrink is nice. That's why I plan on getting all quests knocked out with the hardcore. Even if, okay, so even if character dies at some point, which will happen, I'll still play it as an Iron Man. Just because. So I don't know. I've seen where people end up doing, they'll do like a hardcore Iron Man and then they die and then they're like, yeah, well, my character's now dead. And I'm like, ooh, okay. I'm sorry, I don't have the time to dedicate to like making a million hardcores, you know? I feel like I would get burnout, I guess. Okay, so we end up going over here. We end up lighting a fire underneath here eventually. Yeah, we use it on that driftwood. Oh, I should have bought a... Yeah, I gotta... I should have bought a brown apron when I was in Varrock. It's fine, I'll be over there in a minute anyways. The reason for the apron is so I could go into the crafting guild. Okay, so we end up getting that done. I think I'm going to do... I'm debating. So... I could go and do agility laps. Whether it's at Agility Pyramid or if I wanted to do it for money. Or if I... I could do Agility Pyramid or just doing regular laps. But I think what I want to do first is knock out, what's it called? Tourist Trap, I think, right? Yeah, because that'll give me agility experience as well as I can unlock the guy in here for my boat. I remember doing this at a really, really low level on the group Iron Man and almost died to this. Because I was like level 15 or something. Like I had barely any stats. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wanna level up defense to 40 and then get a full set of rune and probably level up there we go. Probably level up my magic level at the same time. So I might do defense casting. I don't know. Depends. Started my account, I just did quests and had 30 hit points. It was rough. Yeah. I definitely know that feeling all too well. Cool. Alright, so that's done. I probably will shoot for, in the next couple days, I'll probably shoot for getting 50 fire making. So I can do, well, 49, but I'll just do 50 because it's a round number. So I can do Tears of Guthix, as well as I could do Wintertodt if I wanted to. Don't know how much I'll do Wintertodt, but, you know, it's something. Okay, so we're gonna use Chronicle Teleport. Chronicle Teleport, go up here, go to the Blue Moon Inn, which I believe this one is, right? Yeah. And then we go take the key up there, open up the chest, and that's that. Visit the city of the White Knights in the parks. Rodiman points to the X, which marks the spot. Yep. Okay, so yeah, we just gotta follow that. And I need law runes so bad. I'm definitely getting those 3 magic levels tonight. I can't keep walking around like this. I don't. Oh, okay. So I don't fully like Teleportscape. Is what I've kind of deemed it, where like you have a fast travel into a fast travel into a fast travel into a fast travel, and like you're bing bang boom, like you're zooming around the whole map with like flick of a wrist kind of deal. I do like later on in the game that you're able to do that, because I do think that you've earned the ability to. Which is why I'm glad, like, for the early level stuff, you know, you kind of have where things are a little, like, a bit slower, I guess. I don't know. I love the early and mid game to like what RuneScape is. I think the end game, like, once you start getting toward, you know, going for Bofa, doing raids, um, there's a lot of progression paths there. And I don't think it's bad. I think that's actually a good thing to have a ton of different progression paths. It's just like you go from one grind to the next, which I don't hate, but it does feel good to feel that progression. And like, especially if you end up going dry on something, it feels really bad. Like, really bad. Like, when I was leveling up the main, I ended up doing the grind for I mean, pretty much on my main, I've done the grind for everything that I've gotten, minus like Oath Plate and Eye of a Yak. Most other stuff I've like, you know, gone out of my way to grind, like the Basilisk Jaw, all my synapses, my Zenite gear, you know, all that stuff. You know, I've went on those grinds, and I've gone dry on, I think I went dry on the Jaw, because I think it was like 1100 or 1200 before I got the Jaw. And like I said, like you feel the level progression. It just, like I said, it just kind of feels bad. Like it doesn't feel great because you feel like you're kind of just spinning your wheels. But I don't know. We'll see how things go. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to do. Yeah, I'll probably end up, I'll definitely do magic. I'll probably do a bit of sailing. I don't know. But I think I'm going to call it for tonight. Thank you everyone for hanging out, chatting, chilling, vibing, lurking. You know, whatever it may be. Yeah, like I said the other day, depends if I stream tomorrow. If I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. I've been kind of taking it that way because, like, a lot of things have come up in the background where, you know, oh, you know, pile of things to do in the evening. So, you know, if I get around to it, I will. If I don't, you know, well, then, you know, hopefully next day kind of deal. But I will be leveling up in the background, you know, trying to knock out some quests. Like, I want to do, I'll probably do it off stream, like doing fishing contests and stuff like that. You know, some of the small quests, like Edgar's, I can't do yet because I've also said that I'm not doing any troll stuff until I unlock at least the Relica port. And I'm not going out here until I unlock the Weiss port, which I think is fair. So, like, you know, I could end up doing Troll Stronghold and whatnot when I hit 62 sailing, which is not that bad. It's still like keeps the spirit of the idea. Yeah. Plus, I'm gonna be leveling it up anyways, because it's just really good for farming out money, and I need alchables and money to start. Because if I don't have to worry about money after a bit, it's going to make training a lot easier and a lot better. So, but yeah, let's send a raid to Groovy. I see Groovy is playing some Dead by Daylight, so there is raid message. Always let's see. Always spreading the love. Let's see. Did that not? There it is. Yeah. But, yeah, I'll also, I gotta remind myself, next stream I'll, put back up the Discord link. I had it for a while, and then I got rid of it, because bots kept coming in and, like, spamming people with garbage, so just trying to prevent that kind of nonsense. Anyways, if you have the sub emotes, there is that. Otherwise, hope everybody has a wonderful night, and I will catch you guys later. Alright, have a good night. See ya.